I used a style that I had developed on compression and expansion, dealing with physics and short arc throws. It was a little different than most people were used to. They were still in the process of wide swings and heavy-duty body mechanics to execute their throws. I had some students who listened to what I said. Like I say, Horik went on to win at least one crown. But also it was, looking at what I was doing and people taking it and adapting it to however their own body mechanics might work. And then of course, as people started to be a little more mobile, traveling here and there to far off places, bringing back with something that new they might have learned. There's really not a lot of originality for styles per se. Some people like to fight upwardly close. Some people like to fight at a distance. Some people want to be highly mobile. Some people just want to plant themselves. Well, when I first started fighting, the way you would hold your 24-inch round shield was at 45 degrees to their body. It rotated up, it rotated down. You held your sword straight down your spine and you swung like this. The law of optics is probably playing havoc with the camera at the moment. That was painful. That's how I was originally demonstrated that I should throw the shots. And I figured that's just silly because it hurts too much. I don't have a lot of people who fight like that anymore. There are some still, but usually not anybody under the age of 60. Well, Paulo Bellatrix, his style of better body mechanics, and people just realizing, oh, that really hurts to do it that way, and people's training. When I first started, we were all just college kids pretty much. There were a few moms and dads and people in their 30s who served as the ideal. One of the unwritten rules was that if your group wanted to go barony, you better have 2 married couples and one of them better be buying a house to show stability. What supplanted it was, I think, a lot of just people started to train because we weren't necessarily training like they do now. We were all idealistic college kids with long hair and beards, and it all looked right. And fighting was not the only thing we did. As we have graduated and moved more towards specialization, just the ability to be able to teach someone to fight with the mechanics we use, whether it's finger technique or stance technique. Remember, when I first started, we didn't have a long history of people fighting. We were still making it up as we went along. And a lot of that has changed. Especially, and then with injury rates and how to prevent those injuries too, people have developed a different way of doing what we do. It's very difficult to do. I utilize I guess for lack of a better word, a short radius style of fighting, developing, and utilizing fingers to pull and twist, and by pressing fingers, just like pressing a trumpet, the weapon will do a different thing depending on where it is in its rotation of swing and arc. Again, it used to be you swung out here, that hurt, so I swing in through here, which then shortens the radius and the distance and generates, in my opinion, more power.